The KPI set by the board of directors. We have to cut costs by 30% this month. I don't care what methods you use. Cut all high-paying non-management positions. The company won't fall apart without anyone. You're absolutely right, Mr. Lee. I'll sort out the tech department list right away. We will definitely complete the task. Lin Shen, about the company's structural optimization this time. Your position has been eliminated. Eliminated. The core trading system I'm in charge of is scheduled for final upgrade next month for the IPO. You're firing me right at this time. This is Mr. Lee's decision. There's nothing I can do about it. Frankly, your position is highly replaceable. The company doesn't need to waste money on this. Lin Shen, don't be so ungrateful. The N+1 compensation is already more than generous of the company. Don't think just because you wrote a few lines of code. The company can't run without you. Let me confirm one more time. I built the underlying architecture of the trading system from scratch. I'm the only one in the whole company who can maintain the core code. Are you sure you want to fire me? You think way too highly of yourself. Everyone can write code these days. Take half the pay and get out right now. Don't delay the company's IPO. StarMap Tech. I spent 5 years building you up from a small workshop to an IPO candidate. You've cut off your own lifeline with your own hands. Then don't blame me for standing by and doing nothing. Done. We exceeded the cost reduction KPI this month. The board will definitely give us bonuses. That Lin Shen actually thought he was somebody. Nothing's gone wrong with the company since he left. You're so wise, Mr. Lee. These nerds who only bury their heads in code don't deserve such a high salary at all. When the company goes public, we'll all be founding shareholders and achieve financial freedom. Brilliant. Oh no, there's an abnormal change in the trading system backend. The core module is throwing errors. Hurry up, Gucheng, hold it together. The servers are about to crash. Mr. Chen, something terrible happened. We've tried every possible method. We can't access the underlying architecture at all. What did you say? The core trading module is completely paralyzed. Users can't top up their accounts. And they can't withdraw funds either. The entire platform is down. All the code is encrypted. We can't even figure out where to start. We're getting user complaints every second right now. The platform is losing millions of yuan per second. Chen Kai, what the hell are you doing? The system is down. Can't you fix it? What's the point of you being the CTO? Mr. Lee, this really isn't my fault. All the underlying code of this system was written entirely by Lin Shen alone. He used his own original architectural logic and encrypted it on top of that. No one on my team can even understand the comments. We can't fix it at all. Lin Shen? It's that Lin Shen again. Mr. Lee, Mr. Chen, we've looked into it clearly. 70% of the core code of the entire trading system was all written by Lin Shen alone. And his damn logic is completely independent, totally different from common frameworks on the market. No one but him can modify it. No one can fix it. How could this happen? Isn't he just a regular programmer? We only have 15 days left before the company's IPO bell ringing. Now the system is down. Tell me, other than the person you fired, no one can fix it. I'm giving you 24 hours. You must fix the system. If you can't fix it, both of you get the hell out. Lin Shen, I was wrong about what happened earlier. I apologize to you sincerely. Look, the company is having some trouble right now. Can you come back and help fix the system? Come on, Lin Shen. We used to be colleagues for years. You can't just leave us to die. As long as you're willing to come back, you can name any conditions you want. Mr. Lee, didn't you say even fresh graduates could do my job before? Why are you coming to me now? For this disposable nerd. Lin Shen, I was too blind to recognize your talent before. You're a generous person. Don't stoop to my level. I've already resigned. I have nothing to do with Starfield Tech anymore. The company system is broken. That's your problem. It has nothing to do with me. Lin Shen, don't be so ungrateful. You signed a non-compete agreement with the company. If you don't come back to help, I'll sue you. I'll make sure you can never work in this industry again. Mr. Lee, before you threaten me with the non-compete agreement, read the terms carefully first. This agreement clearly states the scope of the non-compete restriction. It only covers the period when I worked at the company, and work tasks assigned by the company. But the underlying architecture of this trading system was developed by me as a personal project before I joined the company. I only granted the company free right to use it. When I joined the company, I signed an intellectual property ownership agreement. That's impossible. The CTO at that time, who was also the company's co-founder, signed it personally. The day you laid me off, that authorization automatically terminated. In other words, what you're using now is my private intellectual property. I haven't sued you for infringement yet, which is already being more than generous. Lin Shen no, Engineer Lin, Master Lin, we were wrong. We were really wrong. Just have mercy on us. Go back and fix the system, please, or the two of us will really get kicked out. When you stepped all over me back then, why didn't you think about this day? With open arms, I will show you all my love. In each other's places you'll never be. Please try refreshing again. You two useless losers. You can't even get one person to come back. Let me tell you. The system must be back to normal by 12 p.m. tomorrow. And you must get Lin Shen back here. If you can't get him back, you two pack your bags and get the hell out right away. And you have to compensate all the company's losses. Director Wang, we already begged him. He won't come back. If he won't, you kneel and beg, until he agrees. The company pays you, not to let you shift blame onto others. Mr. Lee, it's already 12 a.m. midnight. Will Lin Shen come down to see us? Even if he won't see us, we have to wait. Chairman Wang said, if we can't get Lin Shen back, both of us are done for. Don't even mention waiting one night. Even if we have to wait 3 days and 3 nights, we have to wait for Lin Shen. You finally came down. Everything before was my fault. I apologize to you. You can hit me or scold me, whatever you want. I just beg you to go back and fix the system for the company. Engineer Lin, we apologize to you. Please save us! I already said the company's business has nothing to do with me. You're blocking my front door, which has already disrupted my normal life. If you don't leave now, I'll call the police. Lin Shen, look, this is the contract we prepared for you. Annual salary of $2 million, technical director position, and stock options after the company goes public. As long as you agree to come back, all of these are yours. You can also ask for any other terms you want. We'll agree to all of them. $2 million? Before you thought even a $30K. Monthly salary was too high for me. Right when you called me, Alibaba, Tencent, and another top tech giant all sent me job offers. The lowest annual salary among them is $6 million, and the highest offer goes up to $8 million. Do you think I'd even look twice at your lousy $2 million? The IPO countdown has officially started. An even more devastating disaster is still coming. Only 7 days left before the IPO bell rings. The system has completely crashed. All trading functions are down. What do we do? Our partner banks have urgently suspended all fund channels. The CSRC also sent an inquiry letter. The IPO process can be halted at any time. The two desperate men resorted to all kinds of dirty tricks, blocking doors and harassing, even asking Lin Shen's family to persuade him, trying to force Lin Shen to compromise via moral blackmail. Everything before was my fault. I apologize to you. You can hit me or scold me as you wish. I just beg you to go back and fix the system for the company. Engineer Lin, we offer our sincere apologies. When you ignored the rules and laid me off, why didn't you think about showing mercy? Now you come to talk about personal connections. Don't you think it's too late? Meanwhile, Lin Shen officially joined a top industry giant with $6 million annual salary as chief architect and $1 million equity packages. A new starting point. I'm destined to reach the top of the industry. Having Engineer Lin join us is the honor of our entire company. You have full say over team resources and budgets. Our only request is to work with you to build the best product in the industry. Thank you all for your trust. I will definitely live up to your expectations. I will use all my expertise to lead the company to an even brighter future. Everyone, let's work hard together. When I worked at StarMap Technology before, they thought even a $30K monthly salary was too much for me. Thought I was just a replaceable coder. But right here, I'm the irreplaceable core talent they can't buy at any price. Without Lin Shen holding things down, Xingtu Tech completely lost control. Users left in massive numbers. All partner merchants pulled out to demand compensation. That once high-flying pre-IPO company. How did it end up in such a total mess? Turns out they didn't just fire Lin Shen that day. They fired the whole company's future. Locking the barn door, after the horse is already gone. No way, I'm not going down like this. Chen Kai, pay for trolls online. To smear Lin Shen, say he left out of malicious intent and left a backdoor in the company system to get back at the company and leaked user data. Yeah, we'll blame the system crash entirely on Lin Shen and completely ruin his reputation in the industry. The whole internet blew up overnight. Clueless netizens joined in to bash him. Xingtu Tech immediately framed itself as the victim. They turned stabbing a loyal employee in the back into a false accusation. We've always treated our employees with the utmost kindness. But some employees, out of personal grudges, maliciously sabotaged the company's systems and caused huge losses for our users. We will hold them fully accountable. But they forgot Lin Shen is never a pushover anyone can walk all over. Facing all the false accusations, Lin Shen didn't say much. He just released all the solid evidence. Full work handover records, IP certificate for the system architecture, and signature of the former co-founder. Even the recording of Lehman mocking him, saying a new grad could replace him. Every piece of evidence was clear and irrefutable. Once the evidence came out, the whole internet exploded instantly. Public opinion reversed completely. Netizens finally saw Xingtu Tech's true nature of betraying loyal staff. Mockery and anger flooded the entire internet. They're so good at betraying their own people. The company deserves to go under. Just to hit cost-cutting KPIs, they fired their core architect. Now that things went wrong, they're turning the blame around. They have no shame at all. Their little scheme completely backfired. They wanted to ruin Lin Shen, but ended up ruining their own company's reputation. Partners rushed to cut ties with them. Users launched a collective boycott. Xingtu Tech became a total industry joke. This stupid smear campaign didn't just fail to save the company, it also got those two completely canceled in the industry. It also sent Xingtu Tech's IPO journey straight into a dead end. Only 3 days left before the IPO bell rings. Xingtu Tech's life or death is on the final countdown. Pre-market US stock price plummeted 40%. Underwriters issued an ultimatum to terminate cooperation. If the IPO fails, this $100 billion valued company will vanish instantly. At this point, the only one who can save Xingtu Tech is Lin Shen. At all costs, we have to poach Lin Shen back. Chairman Wang personally led the team. All core directors came along. They set aside all their pride to visit him and beg for his help. Directors who couldn't even remember Lin Shen's name before were all smiles now, taking turns apologizing. They were as humble as they could possibly be. Mr. Lin, about what happened before, it was our management's fault. We were too blind to see your value. On behalf of the whole board, I apologize to you. That's right, Mr. Lin. We know you've been wronged. Name whatever you want. We'll give you everything. As long as you're willing to help the company pull through. The company will treat you right. To convince Lin Shen to come back, the board offered the highest pay package the industry has ever seen. We've prepared a new contract for you. 10 million annual salary, co-CTO title. 2 million in equity, plus IPO options. If you agree, all this takes effect immediately. We can negotiate more terms too. Facing this dream offer most people can only fantasize about. Lin Shen stayed completely calm. Mr. Wang, fellow directors, I think you got one thing wrong. I never cared about salary or position. I cared about whether my value was respected. When you were trying to hit your KPIs and fired me without even a single explanation, you should have seen this coming. I never cared about salary or position. I cared about my ignored value and the respect that was trampled on. We have deeply realized the mistakes and failures of the management. Yep, that's right. We promise this kind of thing will never happen again. But up until now, Lee Man, who led the layoffs back then, and Chen Kai are still working at the company like nothing's wrong. Are you begging me to come back just to get laid off again? That will absolutely not happen. Chairman Wang, what do you think of firing these two right now? Chairman Wang made the call on the spot, without a single second of hesitation. I'll make the call right now, and fire these two losers immediately. Take back all their stock options and bonuses. They'll never show up in front of you again, I swear. Just 1 day ago, they were still dreaming of getting rich after the IPO. But now they're getting kicked out with nothing. They have absolutely nothing left. Mr. Wang, you can't fire me. I've contributed so much to this company. You can't do this to me. Lee Man told me to lay those people off. It was all her idea. Why are you firing me too? As arrogant as they were before. They're just that unhinged now. The two threw a tantrum and played the victim at the community entrance, only to end up getting dragged away by security guards. They didn't even get to see Lin Shen's face. Even after firing the two culprits, Lin Shen still wouldn't budge at all. The day you laid me off and terminated the authorization, full ownership of this system belongs to me and me only. Using my intellectual property without permission is copyright infringement in and of itself. The fact that I haven't sued you yet is already me being as generous as I can be. There's no way I'm helping the party that stole my work fix their system. They finally realized that the second they laid off Lin Shen, Xingtu Tech's fate was already sealed. The night before the IBO bell ringing ceremony, The final 12 hours? A total disaster struck right on schedule. During those final 12 hours, the entire tech department pulled an all-nighter to fix the system. But facing the underlying framework built by Lin Shen, they couldn't even figure out the basics. The system was still completely down, with zero signs of getting better. No luck. We still can't get in. We can't crack the underlying encryption logic at all. We really have no way to fix this. After the system was down for over 72 hours, fed-up users officially filed a class action lawsuit, demanding that Xingtu Tech compensate all their losses. The wave of consumer rights protests completely overwhelmed this pre-IPO company. We've teamed up with 20 million affected users to officially file a class action lawsuit with the court. We demand that Xingtu Tech compensate all of our financial losses. We will fight for our rights to the very end. The final straw finally fell when the underwriter officially announced they were terminating their listing partnership with Xingtu Tech. As soon as the news broke, the pre-market US stock price plummeted by 90%, wiping out over 30 billion RMB in market value overnight. 5 years of preparation, countless hours of hard work, so close to the final bell ring, all came to nothing because of one foolish layoff decision. The news spread all over the internet. There was zero sympathy, just pages and pages of mockery. Everyone knows that this company's fate is entirely its own fault. They laid off their most critical core talent with their own hands. They deserve to go bankrupt. Just to hit a cost-cutting KPI of a few $100,000, they wiped out tens of billions in market value. There's really no limit to how stupid management can be. The listing bell never rang. What rang instead was the countdown to the company's bankruptcy. Their IPO dream is completely shattered. All that waits for Xingtu Tech is total ruin. The day after their IPO dream fell apart, the CSRC's announcement handed Xingtu Tech its official death sentence. The CSRC officially released an announcement, terminating Xingtu Tech's IPO review. This 5-year-long listing dream has officially come to an end. With the listing called off, the dominoes started falling immediately. Banks all recalled their loans. Partners terminated their contracts one after another. Merchants all pulled out of the platform. Xingtu Tech's capital chain was completely broken. Chairman Wang, whose hair turned white overnight, stared at the empty office, and finally regretted his decisions more than anything. If I hadn't indulged Li Man's short-sightedness back then and agreed to lay off Lin Shen, everything right now would be totally different. I destroyed the entire company with my own 2 hands. The once bustling office area is now completely empty. Mass layoffs followed soon after. Countless employees lost their jobs because of management's stupidity. Everyone is cursing the 2 culprits, those 2 losers, Li Man and Chen Kai. Just for their own KPI, they laid off engineer Lin. Now the company is gone, and we all lost our jobs. They are the ones to blame for all this. The collapse of Xingtu Tech has become a famous warning case across the entire internet industry. The most classic negative example. Everyone knows that the scariest crisis for a company is never market competition, but poor management, stupidity, and short-sightedness. From a soon-to-be-listed company valued at hundreds of billions to bankruptcy and liquidation in just 6 months. And it all started with just one cost-cutting layoff to meet KPIs. Xingtu Technology has been officially bankrupt for 3 months now. The brand new next-gen trading system my team built is already live. Its security, stability, and concurrency capabilities completely outperform the old system, reaching the top tier in the industry. Engineer Lin, all internal tests of the system are done. All performance metrics exceed expectations. It's at least 3 orders of magnitude better than existing industry systems. Great. Prepare for official launch. We're going to bring real change to the entire industry. As soon as the new system went live, it immediately took the market by storm. With its game-changing performance, it seized 60% of the industry's market share in just 1 month, directly becoming the top player in the industry. This groundbreaking system made me a total legend in the industry, a widely recognized top architect across the sector. Countless big companies reached out to me, offering higher and higher salaries. At the annual Top Industry Summit, Lin Shen was invited as the only keynote speaker to give a speech on stage. The audience was full of industry big shots and elites, and in the corner sat a haggard old. On stage was the industry legend everyone looked up to. Off stage was the down-and-out chairman who ruined his own company. The moment their eyes met, Chairman Wang was full of shame and hurriedly lowered his head. He didn't even have the courage to make eye contact. I always believe that the most core asset of a company is never office buildings, nor office premises, but people who quietly devote themselves to technology and lay a solid foundation for the company. ignoring their value, and discarding them at will only lead to digging your own grave in the end. What really lets you gain a firm foothold is never speculative capital operation, but solid strength from deep investment in technology. Lin Chen reached the top of the industry, while the two people who did wrong back then have long fallen into the bottomless abyss. What goes around comes around. The two who swung the layoff axe back then finally got their just desserts, fired by Xingtu Technology, and hit by a malicious smear campaign. Li Men and Chen Kai have completely become social pariahs in the entire internet industry. No company dares to hire these two people, who single-handedly brought down a 100 billion company. Chen Kai was officially sued by Xingtu Technology. For technical negligence, the court ordered him to pay huge compensation to the company. His house and car were frozen. His wife left him with their kid. The once high-flying CTO now has lost his wife and children, and has nothing left. And Li Men went from being a high and mighty HRD to an unemployed vagrant. People who used to suck up to her now all avoid her like the plague, afraid of getting involved with her. With nowhere else to go, the two could only look for jobs at the job market, but were recognized by HR in public and immediately became the laughing stock of the whole place, completely losing face. Li Man, you're that HRD from Xingtu Technology, the one who laid off the core architect to meet cost-cutting KPIs and ruined the whole company. Our company wouldn't dare hire you. You'd better look somewhere else. To survive, the two had to put aside all their dignity. Executives who used to work in high-end office buildings now can only take the most menial jobs and suffer all kinds of snubs and grievances. It's half an hour late. What's wrong with your delivery? I'll give you a bad review, you know. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It's all my fault, please. Don't give me a bad review. I'll pay you back for it. I'm begging you. Hi, take a look, please. New store opening, we have discounts. Don't shove flyers in my hand. So annoying. Back then, for a lousy cost-cutting KPI and to get credit for themselves, they wantonly trampled on others' value. Now they have to swallow all the bitter consequences themselves. Bad people always get their comeuppance. And this tragedy caused by short-sightedness has finally come to its final end. 6 months after Lin Chen resigned, Xingtu Technology officially declared bankruptcy and liquidation. This once 100 billion valued, this internet giant that was just one step away from IPO, finally fell apart over one stupid layoff decision and completely ruined its own future. At the same industry summit, on one side is the high-profile rising star of the industry. On the other is the disgraced chairman who ran his company into the ground. Their eyes meet briefly, leaving nothing but endless regret. If I hadn't let Li Man fire Lin Chen back then, the one standing under the spotlight right now would be me and StarMap Tech. I always believe that a company's most valuable assets are never office buildings or properties, but people, those who quietly dive deep into technology and build a solid foundation for the company. Ignoring their value and discarding them at will only make you dig your own grave. Standing on the speech stage, Lin Chen talks calmly about the future technological development of the industry. Thunderous applause bursts from the audience and lasts for a very long time. I'm no savior of any kind. I'm just a regular programmer who writes code. I always believe that people who focus on technology will never be let down. The scariest thing in the workplace is never technical bottlenecks or market competition, but the stupidity and short-sightedness of the management. For a little bit of immediate benefit, you cut off your own foundation with your own hands and will only end up digging your own grave. At sunrise, Lin Chen stands by the floor-to-ceiling window of the office building, watching the sun slowly rise over the city's skyline. The golden sunlight falls all over him. He looks into the distance with firm eyes. The road ahead is long. Only deep dedication and staying true to your original goal will always pay off in the end. To cut costs, never fire the person who keeps your company afloat.